Hey y'all, welcome to my channel today and welcome to today's Talkie Tuesday. That was a mouthful, I know. I'm Amanda, and as you can see in the title today, I will be talking about love and hate. But before I start talking, grab your tea, grab your coffee, whatever it may be. So that kind of rhymed. Awesome. Okay, let's continue. Hopefully this isn't too long of a video because I can get very chatty, and if you follow me on Snapchat, you know that, and you probably skip through all the things I talk about. I know you do it. I know. Don't worry, I wrote some things down so I don't go wandering into Wonderland. And if you keep seeing me look here, it's because literally I wrote stuff down. It's like my script I wanted to say and how I would say it. So yes, but if you keep seeing me look over here, that's the reason why. So I don't make this video very long for you. I wanted to talk about these for a while now, but I just never felt that it was the right time until now. And I also wanted to do two different videos on these words because they're very broad and everybody has their own interpretation of them, their definition on it. And I get it, everybody has their own opinion, but this is my opinion. This is my view on the things I've used that I've applied to my life. And I wanted to go more in depth with it, hopefully helping you understand a little bit more. And yeah, so as you can see, I put these two words together into one video. And also I did that because they're each other's opposites. But on that note, I'm not perfect and I don't know all the answers in the world and why some things happen in this world. I'm just human, I'm just me, and yeah. And that being said, I'm also not a doctor or a therapist or life coach, and yeah, so I'm just, like I said, I'm human and I'm just speaking from love. So that being said, taking that note to the side, I want to start with saying that life is life. Let that sink in, okay? Nobody can change that. It is what it is. Sucks sometimes, you know, but, you know, gotta see the positive side of it. And also there is good and there is bad. And I say that because I want to take it back to the basics. I feel like we need to keep things a lot more simple. I mean, I know not everything's gonna be simple because just in general, people make things complicated. Because we just, I don't know, want to see some excitement in our life, but yes. But there has been a lot of hate and fear right now in this world, as you probably know. Fear and hate won't solve anything, only love will. And I know that sounds very like coming from a movie, only love will conquer. There's just a lot of hate going on in a lot of different forms. A lot of hate going on in different things right now. One being the most in social media, and it sucks because it started with a positive thing, and I don't, yeah, like I'm saying, people make things complicated. But and I also want to say that you know, being said that people are make things complicated, everyone has their own battles, problems. No matter if people are just seem so jolly and happy all the time, they still have their problems. But we need to see more love. I always say to myself, like when I'm, you know, feeling down or something, or unsure of something, I always say to myself, be better or be bitter. I always choose to be better because when you're filled with hate, it just weighs you down. But when you want to get better, you act on love. You find things that you love or that make you happy. Like, love to me just feels light and magical and doesn't bring harm to anyone or to yourself as well. We all we all are born. We All are born with love. Wow. Couldn't say that. Going back to the basics, I want to talk about emotions and feelings and understanding them and accepting them. Let's take it back to emotions and understanding them and accepting them. We all have them, and it's okay to feel them. All of them, I mean, like all of them. If you want to understand emotions and thoughts, there is a ton of books out there, and you can also research it online. There's videos on it too. I started with The Secret, and that it was very simple for me to understand too, like the feelings and emotions. And so I loved that book. But again, there's many books, and there's other books I've read, but they go way more in depth. So yeah, that's one thing I started. I will leave that information, the author of that book, down below. If you're feeling upset, it's okay. Just express it. If you have someone to talk to about it, your family or your friend or, a therapist or something, and if at that moment you are out of reach of them, you can write it down. I feel like that's helped me a lot personally to write it down. It just kind of makes me see why I'm upset or something, and it just gives me another perspective in a way. So I find that it helps. Recently, yeah, I was feeling really sad and mad and depressed at the same time, just everything negative. And I wanted to understand it more and just kind of let it go and just continue on and try the best to be the better me. Did I want to feel mad or sad? No. One, I don't want people to think that I'm this sad, angry person. But also, I wanted to get rid of it and be myself again. Laughing at myself, not in a bad way. What I realized is you have to let it sink in. Like I said, we have to, accept that emotion. I felt very upset, and I had to just let it be. My emotions. But my emotions weren't controlling me. I was in control of it, trying not to put it to the side. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to put your emotions to the side. When I was going through that emotion, I realized I was upset, and that's how I wanted to feel in that moment. And also that it was okay to feel that in that moment. While I was going through that emotion, I realized I was upset, and it was okay to be upset, to feel that, and not just push it to the side. And that, just doing that alone and accepting that, didn't make me more bitter. Yeah, it gave me time to process that. We need to let it process so we can understand it a little bit more. I believe it's during the darkest moments that we focus to see the light. And let that sink in for a little, because sometimes we don't want to be the bad or all that stuff, but sometimes, in those moments, we focus on, okay, I want to get out of here. What is that like? So if you want to understand more about letting go and what it is to just let go, I have a video, and I will leave the link down below. Letting go is good because holding on to anger or putting it to the side is like a poison. It eats you from the inside. And like I said earlier, it weighs you down. But so we think that, oh, we shouldn't be mad or we shouldn't be sad. And, yeah, nobody wants to be that. But we also have to accept that that's part of our feeling, it's part of us. And that we just, we have to make the most of it and, become better from it and just say, okay, I don't want to be in this all the time. It truly will help you down the future. And when things happen like that, then you're a little bit more prepared and you say, okay, I need time to process. And sometimes we're just angry or sad and we put it aside and we don't let that time to process. We lash out on someone, or we just get mad about something else, and that just tops it on what you were mad about already or sad about. I just say, like, what you give, you receive back. You should give yourself time to process because it's very healthy for you. And like I said, you won't lash out on someone that doesn't deserve it. You just don't want to hurt someone, because the harm that you do to others, you also do to yourself. Like, process all your emotions fully. Saying that, life has its test, but how you react to it, your actions, is what defines you, and not your thoughts. Hate comes from disappointment, pain, sadness, not understanding, and also fear. Love comes from within you. Like I said earlier, we are all born with it. Hate doesn't take away hate, only love can. And that sounds like it comes from a movie, but it is true. And I know you do hear this a lot. Be the change you want to see in the world. People want to see changes in the world, but they are scared to change themselves. And change is good. Change happens every day, no matter if you see it or not. A lot of people have been criticizing each other, especially in social media. Happens so much hate, and I just say that that's not gonna help you, and it's not gonna help nobody else. Maybe you want to stand up for what you believe in, and yes, that's great. And I will talk about this a little bit more later, but treat others how you want to be treated. Yes, people are rude or mean sometimes, but be true to you. And people will just be people. And you can't change that, and you can't change anyone. You can be an inspiration to be, better and not bitter. But like I said, and that goes back to being true to yourself. Everyone has their own opinion, and a voice, no matter what anyone says. We have our differences. Some people will agree and some people won't. But as long as you stay true to yourself and accept the differences, and lately that's been happening a lot, that just nobody does that these days, and it's sad. Let's live in love. Feel the love within. Can you feel the love tonight? Yes, I just made a Lion King reference. Let's love each other. Do we have to like each other? No. But letting love be love, things will get better and not bitter. As I said earlier, we have a voice, but sometimes the right thing to do is be silent and just love one another. I'm not saying that we shouldn't ever speak, but there's a time and there is a way on how to speak up. The most powerful thing to do is to speak with our smile and with our love and our kindness. We don't have control over everything. And another most powerful thing to do is letting go of the hurt, the fear, and the anger. And just give space to love. Like, come on, love. Come on. There's some space for you. Come on down. When did we just give up and let hate take over? Because that's just what it seems like. Yes, I'm not saying that there isn't love. There is love. We have to stop looking at individual races, but we need to see the race as a whole. The human race. It's only natural that you want to find someone or something to be at fault, and but justice will be done, but it won't be done with hate. Stop and look around us and look at each other, and you might be in your room by yourself like I am right now. When you're out, remember this, that we are in one world, we are in one body, and we have one life, and we are human. We make mistakes. So, but as long as we just learn from those mistakes and carry on and move forward, I feel like it should be people lives matter. I feel like that should be the trending topic of people's lives matter. It does. No disrespect to any cultures. I want to learn about like all the cultures because every culture got food and I love food. So, but we keep looking at one individual race and we don't look at the bigger picture and just letting go of trying to be superior to other races. If you think about it, you know, like I said, we are the human race and we do live in this one world. So much hate going on in the world. Let's not make it rare to see good people or, you know, see the goodness in the world. I don't think of myself either above anybody or below anybody. And I'm just me, y'all. Just me. I feel like we need to be more of ourselves and we need to stop trying to be above others or trying to put people below us. And just be you, y'all. Let's leave more love in our history for future generations to see and to live in. Just be so loving that it inspires others. Let's just share our love. Let love be your inspiration. Hope this helped you out and wishing you lots of love and sweetness. Bye. Hey y'all! I was gonna say something. People want and people bye. 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 Bye, Felicia. Bye.